into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And some room to run now. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 33. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running room for Kamara on 1st down as he takes this forward. It's a gain of 7 there on 1st down. 2nd and 3 coming up.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense. Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Peyton Turner, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun. Turner. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Turner now on 3rd and 2. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Saints 7. Albrecht Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Book. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. And they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Book now. They'll get this out to Kamara. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
7.
Second down at 5. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a give, right side. Red, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now here's a throw, right side, taken in by his tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw is Turner. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun. Here's Book. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Looking to throw. Turner. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A first down throw for Book. Looking long for Thomas. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Book now to throw on first down. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from, so field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air, maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They run it again with Kamara. Runs over it. 127 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 7 yards, the pickup there.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Turner airing it out, looking for Ridley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes this a 9-point game.
23, Saints 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
A good running there by Kamara on 1st down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Now Book.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the 19-yard line.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Hill Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
From the shotgun, it's Book. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
To throw is Book. Open man is Michael Thomas. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 2.
Saints 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A give. This is Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
154 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Hill. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This for a 4th quarter lead. Gay's kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, Turner. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Turner on 1st and 10. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 29 yards.
And the Falcons have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Kamara trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Back to throw. Hill. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Turner. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Turner to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, Red. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Turner. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. I'm going to call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes. And that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
And here's Turner on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Pass complete to Harris.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And still fighting. And some room to work. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Running with Kamara. And that
It's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these Marlins can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
Set to kick off.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
He's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And they'll run again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Turner. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Rosas' kick is good. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Throwing again, Book on 2nd and 10. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Coming left is Kamara. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, Book. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Book. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers